Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Just shot a vlog, kind of an update video a few minutes ago, and now it's time for the two reviews that I'm planning to do tonight for the movies that I watched yesterday afternoon. um, Last evening I wasn't feeling all that well. When I say well, it was more like I had a back pain because I've been sitting forward quite a lot, and I tend to do that without even if I have a nice comfortable chair. Um, I don't really have to do it now, but I just tend to do that quite a lot. I'm so used to it, and also because of the way that my laptop is actually set up on my bed over here, for me to keep my knees at the slight distance without having a clash against the bed. I tend to sit forward, so I've been getting a little of a bad back. So I rested a lot last evening, enjoyed a beer. I am drinking another beer tonight from a 650 ml Bombo. So you would have seen it in the vlog before if you have seen it. If you did watch that video. So let's top up our beer mug, my new beer mug from Bira 91, and talk about Palm Springs, a movie from 2020. Yeah, it's kind of rare. I haven't really watched many movies from the year 2020, but let me take a sip of this quickly. This is a heavy mug, by the way, but I like it. So it's titled as a sci-fi comedy, sci-fi romantic comedy, directed by Max Bartkov. I've never heard of any of his stuff before, and written by Andy Sierra. It stars Andy Samberg, who I have watched in a couple of things, but off the top of my head I can't really remember. Kristen Milotti, who I have seen in a couple of things, but most interestingly, and she did a fantastic job in that parody of Star Trek in the Black Mirror episode. You guys know the one that I'm talking about. That was an amazing episode, and she was fantastic, and kind of developed a little bit of a crush on her. So Kristen Milotti, Peter Gallagher, and J.K. Simmons. So I think it's mainly to do with these two characters. It is mainly to do with these two, Samberg and Milotti, and J.K. Simmons has got that supporting role. There are a few other actors, characters sprinkled around, but it's mostly these people. So I remember watching the trailer for this and really wanting to watch it. And this movie was released in select theaters by I think in July, and then released to Hulu. So the film received positive reviews. Okay, so the basic story, guys. Andy Samberg's character is called Niles, and he is in a relationship with this almost unemotionally attached woman called called Misty, but she is actually cheating on him. So what happens is he goes to a wedding in Palm Springs, and he happens to go off and discovers after an earthquake, an opening of a cave is revealed, and he goes inside. Now what happens is, this is kind of a sci-fi trope. It's got a naturally formed what do you call that? Okay, so it's kind of like a vortex inside the cave, and it's a naturally forming one. So what happens is, once he went inside, or anybody who goes inside gets caught in this time loop. So when the night ends, or if they die before the night ends, they get thrown back into the same date. So I forgot the date. It's something on November 9th. So it's nice, pristine setting. Desert in California, Palm Springs, and all that stuff. There's a nice resort where the wedding is actually happening, and the same day keeps repeating. So kind of like Groundhog Day. So he's already aware that his girlfriend is cheating on him, and on the day that we see, he starts flirting with the older sister of the bride, whose name is Sarah, played by Kristen Milotti, and they pretty much have hit it off. And then he shows her that his girlfriend is actually cheating on him with I think the guy who's conducting the weddings. They're having sex in one of the rooms. So then they both go off. They wander off into the night towards where this cave is. Unfortunately, J.K. Simmons' character starts shooting at him with a bow and arrow, and to escape him, he goes into the cave. He tells Sarah not to go inside, but she also gets in. She also starts getting caught in this loop. The day keeps repeating. So she gets upset, telling him that you should have warned her. He should have warned her. But they try different things and all that stuff. Later on, it's found out that he's actually slept with her many times before she got caught in that loop. So he lied to her, like he didn't know her before this. But he starts falling in love with her, and she starts having feeling for him. Unfortunately, J.K. Simmons' character is someone who they find out that he was actually led to the cave by Andy. Sorry, not by Andy. By Niles, because he started getting lonely previous to this, and so this has been going on for a very long time. So he doesn't actually want to come out, but when he starts getting lonely, he brought in J.K. Simmons' character, Roy, who is a family man, lives in a nice suburb nearby, who's also a guest at the wedding, and unfortunately he gets caught in. So now he hates Niles and he wants to punish him for that. They do make amends later on in the movie, and but Sarah finds out a way to actually get back. So I don't want to tell the entire story point to you, but this is basically the plot. As to how she does, it's a little bit of a science fiction plot line over there. I was looking forward to this movie quite a bit. So that's the basic, the plot line, how they're going to get back. Does Niles actually want to get back, because he's been here for a very long time? Does Roy want to get back, because he seems to be having he seems to have settled into a perfect kind of day, lazy day with his family, and the only drawback is, of course, his kids are never going to grow up. So does he also want to go back? But then it's his decision whether he wants to go back. It's the decision of Sarah individually as well as Niles individually if they want to go back. So I'm leaving it at there. I was looking forward to this movie quite a bit. I expected a lot more. The trailer made it sound a lot more fun. It is a good enough movie is what I would say. However, I think I was expecting a lot more. There is humor. There's a little bit of that gross humor which I kind of sense all movies, comedy movies of this time, especially romantic comedy movies, are going to have these days. And some of it is a hit, some of it is a miss. I love the setting, I love the cinematography, I love the actors in it. It's the final execution, the storyline, which I don't know. There was a few things that were missing for me. I don't know what I would add to actually make it better than this, but I do think that it misses out. It kind of had all the things in place to make this kind of the sci-fi version of our romantic comedy movie for this generation, or at least for 2020 onwards, this decade, and it fell short. I'm going to give this movie a 7 out of 10. I will definitely watch it again, but I doubt how much more enjoyment I'm going to get out of it now that I know the storyline. So that's why I'm giving it a 7 out of 10, or maybe I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10, because it was funny in places. One of the supporting casts actor I forgot to mention is Tyler Hoechlin. If you know who Tyler Hoechlin is, or if you don't know who he is the guy who plays Superman in the Supergirl movie. He has a recurring role as Superman, and he is going to be starring in the Superman and Lois, or Lois and Superman, Lois and Clark TV show that's going to be coming out of the CW pretty soon. And that's about it. So 7.5 out of 10. Watch it. I don't think it's something that you would want to watch multiple times. Take care, guys.